Hey guys, welcome to the Texas Fly Fishing Report. I try to put these out during prime time, usually once a week. And we're finally got some spring to talk about, spring in our step. I hope you guys are all doing well out there, all you subscribers, and that the coronavirus hasn't taken a toll on anybody that you might know. It hasn't gotten close to us yet, maybe indirectly a few degrees of separation, but otherwise no deaths to report from that on a personal level, thank God. One thing I wanted to do is kind of compartmentalize this. I had to take notes, so still on the coronavirus topic. You know, in Texas we had the governor over pretty quickly and over aggressively, I believe, shut down the parks about, I don't know, it must have been 3-4 weeks ago, and probably 3 weeks ago. And I think there's a lot of blowback because it only took 2 weeks and suddenly everything was so much better that they decided to open the park this past Monday. Well, that was really cool. While the parks were closed, one thing I did discover on a micro close-up level is that just because parks are closed doesn't mean boat ramps are closed. So keep that in mind. I'm only going over this again because it might happen again. In my belief, it will happen again, that this thing's going to flare up again. So I may be wrong, and I hope I am. But if I'm right, they're going to do these same procedures over again. So if you watch this video later on, maybe you're getting to it later on, you'll understand that ramps might be open even though the parks are closed. But now the parks are open. And so I waited to let Monday get all out of the way, and locally once again I went to Lake Tawakoni. There'll be some footage maybe thrown in here when I get to that topic, but otherwise that was a great trip. Very few fish, but apparently the action is definitely on the upswing, and that's what makes me think about the whole enchilada really on this video. But I've got an order of talking about things. If you need a mask, a handmade mask, my wife is into the business of fashion design, although these aren't fashionable, they're just functional. You need to shoot her a text, and I'll run it across the bottom here, but it's 940-390-2873. If you text her, she'll send you one for the cost of shipping and the cost of the materials. They run $10 to your door, and they're kind of, you know, made out of fabric that's it's just for not like hospital use, but definitely good enough for you out and about. And you see a lot of them right now out and about here in Denton, Texas, which is where we're broadcasting from. 940-390-2873. Her name's Leslie, and she will be glad to hook you up with a mask. So that's that. On a micro level, Ray Roberts is still a little bit high. They're letting out a lot of water, so the fish are a little confused. But there are fish to be found. I'm sure I'll be going to check that out tomorrow. I just spent a lot of my effort this week on Tawakoni, as I said before. When you go to these parks during Corona time, that's not wartime, really, it's Corona time. What you need to do is just keep your eyes open. What you'll see, and what I saw, was pretty interesting actually. Boat ramps are packed because a lot of people aren't working. At the same time, I've never seen a more courteous and distant bunch of people who don't get in each other's face and do rude things and holler at each other about cutting in line at the ramp and all that stuff, which is childish anyway. I've just come across a lot of childishness in the last 6 months at the ramps and here at Ray Roberts. Just people, inexperience really is all it amounts to. I know they don't understand what they're doing or know what they're doing, and they're nervous and they're uptight because they got screaming kids in the car and all that, but it's a pain. So Ray Roberts is really being dropped fast. It's going to come online next week pretty strong, I'm sure. In the meantime, I'm trying to do at least 1 to 2 different lakes a week. So Ray Roberts is a little lower priority for me. It's very predictable for me over all these years, as you know. And carp being the main concentration, but there's bass, sand bass, all kinds of stuff going on. Ray Roberts is not as diverse as Lake Tawakoni, where I was earlier this week. I caught a 5-pound hybrid right up against the dock, which kind of freaked me out because he took me he took me for a ride on my skiff. And then topped it off, I managed to make a spawning carp bite, which is kind of hard to do. But I've had this fly on, and I'm gonna give you this hint, maybe it'll work for you. That would emulate a small bass fry. And I was thinking, if they're spawning, the last thing they want is a small bass fry running around there eating their eggs. So I threw that out there. 10-pound carp. Just the carp there at Tawakoni. Pretty fantastic fish, really. That was the lake record, I'm pretty sure. I haven't checked my records on that. For TPWD and the lake water body record, it doesn't matter. It's just one of those things they don't have, you have to have a witness there. So I guess I could have faked it, even on video. But so I let that guy go, and of course the 5-pound hybrid was not even close. The fly fishing record on Tawakoni for hybrid is 8.99 pounds. That's 9 pounds. So at 5 pounds, 9 pounds is almost double. So there's some big ones in there, and I mean big ones. Tawakoni, check it out. Plenty of room, not too crowded. Go during the week if you can, just like anything else. Oh, we got construction going on up front, so if you hear all that noise, I'm sorry. We got our wonderful Atmos Energy replacing defective gas lines. They're not saying that, but I know that's what they're doing. Anyway, another story, another time. Just check your latitudes. In other words, some things that are happening up here, are not happening up here, really, on Ray Roberts, are happening just a few, 60 miles on the southern latitude. And that means that the further south you go, the more on it is right now in Texas. Texas is a big state. You know, it runs about 600 miles from this end to the end where I grew up. And there's a lot of water in between, and it's all different. I'd say you go probably 60 miles south and it's different. Another 60 miles is further along. That's just the way it is here in Texas. And because of the weather patterns and things like that. I mean, weather is fantastic today. It's virtually calm. I'm sitting here doing a video, which I can't believe. And I mean, it's probably 80 degrees, perfect weather to be out today. But we had storms pass through last night that missed central North Texas and hit East Texas, and apparently Louisiana. There's deaths in East Texas and maybe Louisiana or Oklahoma, somewhere over in that way. So the severe weather is continuing to move east. If you're in the path, get out of the way. It's bad. I saw it from a distance from the backside. Really tough weather. So as far as the rest of the state goes, you know, I've got that scroll at the end of this to let you know more about fishing all over Texas. It's provided by Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Please take the time to sit and scroll through. Always fast forward or slow-mo or backtrack. This is a video, just like the good old days. So you can go back and forth and see what you can find. Don't forget to check out my new trailer that I put on. It's like the trailer for the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Texas Flycaster. And also always visit www.texasflycaster.com, because if you visit that website right now, I do have flies for sale for spring and then summer as well. You know, and with summer I just wrap myself completely around doing a lot of fly fishing for carp. So there's carp flies there, and there's all kinds of bass flies and things like that. Don't touch your face, by the way. What else is going on? I think that about covers it. You really need to go to Tawakoni if you can. Bass, carp, sand bass, and I got a video coming out on that later on, probably Saturday on that, and that will kind of lay out some of the habitat for Tawakoni east of Dallas. It's a lot closer to Dallas for some strange reason, the way the roads are here in Texas, than it is from here. It's like a 190-mile round trip from Denton to there. So it's pretty far piece, but it's beautiful. Kind of trafficked. You can tell it's been a lot of people on it, a lot of trash on the edges, but this is also a lake that has houses and boat docks on the water. So there's that other habitat that you can fish on. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, ask. If you like this, please click like. If you don't like it, don't. Just click if you don't like it. I don't care. I love it if you like it. If you don't, that's fine. And we will talk to you with good luck next week. Stay well, stay safe, and whatever you do, be sure to go to www.texasflycaster.com. And if you need a mask, text 940-390-2873 and say, I need a mask, and we can get one out to you same day. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Be safe. We'll see you next time.